Welcome to Olathe East for the Hy-Vee and Pepsi Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Tonight, it is Olathe South and Olathe East in a Sunflower League showdown. Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Van Amberg, along with the seven-time state champion Rick Zeke. And, Coach, big game here tonight. Conference game between these two teams. You've got Olathe South playing really well this season, and Olathe East, they've been hot recently. Should be a great matchup.
Well, both programs have taken a step forward compared to last year's record, and it's sub-state time. You start looking about where you're going to be seated. Both teams see this as a very important game and maybe a big win.
Well, let's take a look at our players to watch. First for Olathe South, Eve Long, the freshman. Outstanding year for her, Coach.
Well, you're looking at one of the best freshmen in the nation. Coach talked about, her Division I offers already, but she's a 6'2" freshman. She's a big reason why they're 13-2. She averages 17 points a game, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks. Coach talks about they really want to guard the goal, and she does an excellent job of it. Coach said she's a great teammate for a freshman.
And for Olathe East, Braylee Rogers, third team All-Sunflower League last year. Coach, having another great season.
Well, Braylee's a senior, 5'10" senior. She's a Truman State signee, a 4-year starter, and Coach Fall just kept talking about she's a program builder. She makes an impact in her program on and off the floor. 11 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. She fills up the stat sheet, and Olathe South's going to have to find her and contain her, which is really going to make it a great game tonight.
It is Olathe South and Olathe East, the Hy-Vee and Pepsi Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Rivalry game here in the Sunflower League coming up next. Welcome back to Olathe East High School in Olathe, Kansas. Fans excited about this one. Sunflower League showdown getting ready to start between Olathe South and Olathe East. And coaching for Olathe South, Nikki Hoffman in her second season, graduate of Kansas State. 9 years total at the school, and previously an assistant coach here, Shawnee Mission East, as well as McPherson coach. Olathe South will start with the basketball, coming off of a win against Lawrence Free State, 58-27 earlier this week.
East is coming out with a man-to-man defense. They're going to try to switch everything.
Halliday for 3, no. Long with the rebound, and the freshman has the first 2 points of the game.
That's what she does. She can finish it up. She's going to make her living around that goal.
Inside Whitehead. Off balance for 2, ties it up.
You got to be strong to get it inside there and score it. Excellent pass into the post.
Halliday, the freshman. Tetley, no. Long, another rebound. Too strong. Rogers has it.
Rogers going to push the tempo all day long. Attack and kick.
Can't get it to fall. Whitehead fighting with Anderson. It's a tie-up. Well, Olathe East led by Joanna Falls in her first season, and what a job that she has done. She's made it all about attitude, communication, and effort. Her team's bought in, and they've got 9 wins and counting.
They went from 16-4 to 9-6. She's done an excellent job. She said her program's taken one big step forward. She's very proud of her team.
Another Kansas State graduate is Whitehead. Cole, and a foul. That will send Corinne Cole, the junior, to the line for a couple free throws.
Foul on number 34, Eve Long.
That's Eve Long's first foul.
And that's what they're going to try to do, take it at her. You got to take a ball right at the shot blocker.
Cole's first shot strong.
On the line, number 23, Corinne Cole.
Both teams are going to emphasize rebounding, good shot selection, and working on their basketball IQ, making good decisions at this time of the year.
Second free throw falls, and it is East with the lead. Halliday.
Holiday, another freshman, a true point guard.
Good basketball pedigree. Sister is a point guard for New Mexico State. She drives all the way. It's blocked, but a foul, and that will send her to the line to shoot.
Because of the spacing of Olathe South, when Holiday goes to the paint, they have to stop her, and she's willing to kick it out. This time, Holiday's going to take it to the basket and get a foul.
It's Halliday, the freshman. A couple of freshmen starting for Olathe South.
She's really their quarterback. Everything runs through her. She does a great job of getting the ball to the right players in the right position. She could kick it out. She can find the post, but they're going to set a pick up top all night, and East is going to be switching that.
Coach talked about high intelligence, lots of poise, and a good environment to have some poise in as she knocks down a couple free throws.
Yeah, you're going to have to with the crowd here tonight. They're going to hear some things probably they haven't heard all year from that crowd.
Now East with the basketball, trailing by 1. Meredith Reese into Cole. Mills.
Very aggressive man-to-man defense. East is going to have to stay away from the baseline with their size.
Long with the block of Whitehead.
Pass ahead. They pass the ball well. They're very unselfish.
Bryce, and a foul called on the drive.
Olathe South does an excellent job running a sideline break. Make or miss. They're going to throw the ball ahead with a post running to the goal. And usually that's size going underneath the goal, so they do a good job of that. They're very disciplined. Coach talks about they're very disciplined, and they want to continue to do that.
Katie Lefevre and Logan Mispagel are now in for Olathe East. Price for 3 on the inbounds pass and knocks it down.
They ran players to the goal, especially with Long, and they got to cover it, and they kick it out.
Rogers, Cole, three-pointer Reese, no, and here comes South.
They're going to push the tempo with their head up.
Tetley, Long with the spin and puts it in.
That quick sideline break right down to the post.
And timeout for Olathe East as Olathe South going on a bit of a run, and Eve Long making her presence known.
Yes, they're doing an excellent job of pushing the ball down the floor. They run that sideline break. They run their post player to the goal, and she just cleans up from here. They're going to have to beat her to that spot. East post player is going to have to really sprint, run down the floor, and they're just not doing that right now. And Coach is talking about when they get the offensive rebound, or if they don't get an offensive rebound, they got to get back. Their transition defense really needs to improve.
Coach, what else has impressed you so far about Olathe South getting this 9-3 lead here in the first quarter?
You know, Joe, they can share the ball. They can all pass. Everybody's touched the ball. But when you have a big player like that, they're going to go inside out, and you're going to see her passing ability. They got a good point guard. East needs to try to get back into their offense a little bit. I think right now they need to stay off that baseline. Stay in the middle of the floor a little bit more.
Let's see what adjustments were made out of the timeout. Rogers running point. This is Lefevre. Reese. Inside Lefevre. Rogers. Mispagel. Lefevre for 3. Strong. And stolen. Cole. Blocked by Long. And out of bounds, it will stay with Olathe East.
Very active defensively. Olathe South, very active. A steal. And she's very long. Long's long. You got to remember that way in the paint. Tetley is doing an excellent job on Rogers. You can see that she's kind of really containing her, and I think their offense is going to eventually try to run through her. So she's done an excellent job of containing her to the basket.
Rogers with it now. Three-pointer Mills rattles out.
Excellent box out.
Tetley.
East did a better job of running down the floor.
Long shot is off. Mills gathers it. And here comes Rogers for Olathe East.
Oh, really good look.
Whitehead for
Excellent.
two.
Excellent pass. Rogers to Whitehead. And that was Olathe South with some transition defense.
Halliday, or Price, Anderson, Tetley.
Olathe East is really getting physical down the paint now.
Long with the rebound.
Just jumps over him.
And Whitehead able to get the ball away before she fell to the ground. Rogers, third team All Sunflower League last year. Miss Pagel, Mills.
And you got to remember, all these girls know each other. They play together in the summer. Not only is that motivation, but they know how each other play. Whether it be a right hand or a left hand, what they're strong at. Rebound again, and they got numbers.
Tetley with Long, lob too long. And the turnaround for two.
Well, with Long's ability to run the floor, that separates her from most post players in high school. And she's just a freshman.
Miss Pagel.
A really good kick out.
And pass out of the range of Reese, out of bounds, back to Olathe South.
Again, Tetley's really doing a good job of making Rogers work, even to get the ball back after she's given it up.
Brooke Bryan and number 15, Kira Ho. In for the Hawks, 23, Corinne Cole, and 24, Meredith Reese.
So now Olathe South with an 11-5 lead late in the first quarter. This game started East and South kind of trading buckets back and forth, but it's been Olathe South with the run since then, and Tetley fouled, and she will go to the line.
It'll be interesting to see how the game progresses with Long out for a blow here a little bit. She's really dominated both ends of the floor right now. So Olathe East really needs to try to settle in offensively, get back to handling the basketball, and probably have to be a little bit more patient. You know, against a really good defensive team, you're not going to make one pass and get a shot, especially against Olathe South.
It's Tetley making the first one. She goes by Tet, state cross country runner, state medalist in track as well. Really smart kid, and is going to be going to Kansas State for engineering.
Well, she averages 7.8 points per game, and Coach talks about her toughness and her competitiveness, and that's why they need her on the floor, especially covering Rogers.
As Cole will bring it up for Olathe East. Oh, and a steal. Price doesn't go. Fight for the rebound. Ryan for two.
Excellent rebound from Ella Anderson. Kept that ball alive and then dished it off.
And a timeout as Olathe South has built a 10-point lead. Very impressive start from the Falcons.
Well, this is just hustle and effort. Gets in a passing lane, puts it up, good defense. Ella Anderson with the rebound and the dish out, and an easy basket in the paint. Olathe East really needs to weather the storm here. They need to get back into their offense a little bit, settle down. Sometimes when you're looking forward to a game like this and your crowd's here, and they don't have a lot of experience or gaining experience by just going through the year, but they just need to set down, relax. I'm sure Coach is just talking about one possession at a time. We score, we stop, but you got to get back on defense. South pushes the tempo really well.
And if you're in South's huddle right now, what are you saying to your team?
Well, keep working hard. They extended the defense here a little bit. Don't let them have anything. And they're switching everything, and their length has really helped out, and push them to the sideline and get them to pick up the ball. And they're not willing to be patient right now, and East is really going to have to be patient. Defense is kind of dominating right now for South.
Well, Coach was talking about the team's really embraced their strengths, great defense and protecting the rim, and they continue to do that here early in this ball game.
Rogers got out for a little blow, and she's back, and then Coach just kind of said, you need to get back into playing your game. Tetley's done a good job of containing her.
Rogers baseline, nice feed. Cold, no.
They've had a couple good looks, they've just missed them.
Tetley. Halliday. This is Ho. Too high, and it's over and back.
Tried to penetrate and dish, and the length on Olathe East forced her to throw it up in the air.
So that turnover gives the ball back to Olathe East, down by 10. After a strong Olathe South start to this one, after the teams kind of trading buckets first few minutes of the game, and then Olathe South has been on a run. See if Olathe East can respond in front of this great home crowd.
Both teams have really rotated players in early. Both teams have played 7 or 8 people already, and that probably has a lot to do with the environment and getting some people out and just let them sit down and relax a little bit.
Cole. Whitehead. Baseline. Up and under. Doesn't go. Excellent defense from Long.
Well, when you approach that baseline, then your length, the defensive length comes in, and they've got 2 or 3 shots blocked already from that baseline.
Approaching the final minute of this first quarter.
Coaches, I think, trying to call out a set play here.
Long. Brian thought about it. Ho.
They're doubling down on Long underneath. Holiday, great patience with the basketball, swing it to the other end. Establish the ball on one side, your shot comes on the other side of the floor.
It's Cole, Rogers. Cole again. Whitehead. Fighting for position. What a shot by Whitehead.
Big time shot over Long there. 24 to go. They're probably looking at a last shot here.
Ho with it.
Pick away for Long, swing it to the other side.
Tetley for 3.
You can't cover it all, Joe. You just can't cover a pick across. And then if you got to have help, and they swing it to the other end. Rogers from half court, no go.
So it is Olathe South with a 20-7 lead after the first quarter. And Coach, what have you liked what you've seen out of Olathe South as we take a look at that last 3-pointer?
Well, a pick across, this is just offensive execution. She's behind the line. The defensive player had to help out on the switch. Sometimes you just got to give them credit to that's good offense, and that is. They spread the floor real well. I'm really impressed how disciplined they are. They're very well coached. They know what they're looking for, and they got a big player in the middle, and that helps offensively and defensively. She controls the basketball game.
And what adjustments, now that you've seen 8 minutes of basketball, what adjustments do you think East needs to make after the first 8 minutes?
Well, East has got to find the way to get some easy points. Right now, everything's tough. I think they need to stay away from dribbling baseline because Long can help out with the length there, and it's either a block shot. But I think they're going to have to do some dribble penetration, kick it in and out, or get to the free throw line, beat them down the floor and get some layups. And the other problem is they're getting one shot, and they're going. The offensive rebound is just not even in the category right now. But you got to give Olathe South credit. They played very well on both ends of the floor. So I don't know if East is, I wouldn't say they're playing poorly, but Olathe South has played a really good quarter.
Start of the second quarter.
Hy-Vee and Pepsi Game of the Week is brought to you by Hy-Vee and Pepsi, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. So Olathe South starting with the basketball. Tetley. Halliday, the 3, yes.
That's really good offensive action against penetrating pitch, fill the spot. Their basketball IQ offensively is really, really, really sharp.
Rogers. It's baseline, offensive foul.
Great defensive position. She tries the first time, she gets her. That's an excellent job. And it might be a little frustration on Rogers' end. She just can't get any looks.
Macy Price, the sophomore, drawing the contact. Tetley. Kick out Price.
They're rolling, replacing their post, which is awful. It moves the defense.
Long will take the three off the mark. Here comes Rogers.
She didn't hesitate at all. She's pretty confident in shooting that.
Cole.
East needs a good look here. Be patient. It's going to take a while against a good team.
Cole guarded by Long. Lefevre. Mills.
Rogers is cutting to the basket, clearing out the middle. Off-balance shot.
Halliday pushing the floor. Too far out of bounds. Back to Olathe East.
Well, that's a good look, though. She knows what she's looking for. She ran the floor. East, again, has to get back. Coach keeps saying, get back, get back. And it's obvious when Olathe East is there getting one shot, and then they got to get back down the floor. Coach talked about they really needed positive body language early, and they're not getting that because they're just not having a lot of success right now.
Cole all the way, the scoop, and draws a foul against Long.
That's 2 on Long.
Fouls on number 34, Eve Long.
They just
Second
took,
personal.
Cole just buried her head and took it to the basket. This is going to be a key part of the game. Remember the score right now, because Long's going to have to sit on the bench here a little bit with 2.
Cole
At
makes
the
the
line
first
for the Hawks, number 23, Corinne Cole. Checking in for the Falcons, number 15, Kira Ho.
So now Long will take a seat and Ho into the game for her as Cole, the junior, gets the second one to bounce in.
Anderson and Tetley and Holiday are going to have to step it up offensively. This is certainly a better matchup for East, size-wise and talent-wise. A great backdoor intercept, a good idea.
Lefevre with the intercept, and here comes Rogers the other way. Attacking the middle with Long out of the game. Rogers for 2.
Take it to the basket, reverse pull dribble. Scored right in front of the rim. Excellent move.
Halliday underneath, doesn't fall. Cole with the rebound.
You're going to get the ball back into Rogers. Let her work a little bit and get him back in the game.
Reese, Miss Pagel. Inside and draws contact and will go to the free throw line.
Get to that line. They're going to try to get back in the game by just going to the basket.
Fouls on number 23.
Now they hit those free throws and
First personal, second team foul.
Miss Pagel, the junior, she has started some for them this year and has been one of the first players off the bench this part of the season. A defensive specialist makes the first free throw.
Coach said they really love the way she plays defense, but she's got to help them tonight putting the ball in the hole.
Number 20, Kate Whitehead, and number 22, Grayson Mills.
So Whitehead and Mills back into the game, and a 30-second timeout called by Olathe South. As Olathe East, coach, with Long out of the game, they've got something going now.
Well, they got a 5-0 run already. It was 23-7. I put it on my paper here. We'll see where this ends up. But Olathe East, again, go to the basket, take good shots, basketball IQ. If you get cut off, throw it out. But certainly they're better. It's easier to match up when Long's not in the game.
Let's go over to the third member of our team, Dion Clisso. Dion, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, just like Coach was saying, when she's out of the game, Olathe East is getting more rebounds on the defensive end because they've been doing a good job of boxing out, but you just can't coach that length that she's got. She's just standing there over top of them, and when she's in the game, it's tough for them to get those boards.
And she's still on the bench now with 2 fouls. And, yeah, we've seen Olathe East kind of attacking more and seem to be having a little bit more success with her out of the game.
Well, absolutely. You talk about positive energy. You can see a little bit of their body language changing. They're settling into the game. Let the crowd get them motivated a little bit.
As Pagel can't get the second one to fall. Ho will bring it across.
Ho can shoot it. They got some shooters on the perimeter right now. So East has got to defend their defense with the shooters out there.
Halliday. Tetley. Price for three.
Deep, deep, deep. She can shoot it. Give Tetley the assist. Penetrate, kicked it out, and got two players to stop her and kicked it out.
Macy Price from way outside. 26-12. Good answer for Olathe South. Rogers.
Good move.
Off balance, out of bounds. And they're asking if it was tipped, and it was, so it will stay with Olathe East.
I think Rogers won the foul there.
Into the game for the Falcons.
If Rogers is going to have to go and take the ball down the lane, coach is talking about spacing. Get out there, give her some room, spacing.
Madison Sloan is also checked into the game as Whitehead can't get it to fall. Loose ball. And Sloan
Good
has
effort. Good effort.
it. Off on the three. Halliday the other way.
Excellent box out. They got numbers again.
Bryan. Kick out. Tetley three. Doesn't go.
Short. Oh, they got a chance to run up and down the floor here a little bit, East. They had some numbers, good defensive transition.
Mills just off. Price with the rebound. Halliday. What a pass, Anderson.
Same situation there. Coach is saying get back. They did not get an offensive rebound, and two girls were trying to defend her. Penetration down, great look ahead. They're very unselfish, and she puts it on the floor with one dribble, and then she knocks it home. Anderson's got rewarded twice for just running the floor. And again, when Olathe East does not get a rebound, they have to get back. Coach keeps screaming, get back. You're probably not going to steal the ball from the rebounder. They're getting 5-on-3, 3-on-2, 4-on-3. And that's easy basketball when you got an unselfish team like Olathe South.
The coach falls right now. Very animated in the huddle. There are some points that she is trying to make with her team right now. 28-12. Coach, an opportunity here for them, but right now Olathe South seems to be kind of weathering a little bit of a storm.
Absolutely. They went on a 5-0 run East, and then they hit a 3. Olathe South came back and made a good little run, and we're sitting at 28-12 right now. So, and that's without Long being in the game. So they got to feel good about where they're at right now. Olathe East, really, this is a big possession for them right now, confidence-wise.
Rogers running point for Olathe East. Cole.
They got Ho on Rogers right now instead of Tetley.
Mills. Cole again.
The Fever's really working hard at the post. Called great pass.
The Fever will go to the free throw line, and Coach getting rewarded for that hard work inside.
Absolutely. They missed her the first time. Cole ran to the corner in a great little bounce pass. This is good basketball. Cole keeps her head up, and she gets rewarded for working on both sides of the post. She's a physical player. They really need these free throws right now.
First one off the mark. It's Tetley back into the game for Macy Price.
They're really keeping fresh players on Rogers and keep rotating who's covering her.
Coach talked about Lefevre. She's got a fire, very coachable, big contributions this year. Missed the second one, and here comes Olathe South.
Excellent, excellent pass. They look to the post. They really play inside out very well. Holiday setting them up.
Go with it on the wing. Bryan.
Little high-low look. Here comes the cutter.
Halliday. Splits the defense, almost got it.
Good move, good rebound like Lefevre.
So East with it again. Mills.
It's just nothing's easy for against Olathe South. You've got to earn every point. Swinging the ball, but South does a good job. Defensive position. They're going to have to put their head down and get to that basket under control.
Lefevre Taken away by Bryan. Rogers has it back. Mills. Tie up.
Effort.
Jump ball, possession arrow. We'll keep it with East.
We'll see if they can get
For the Hawks, number 20, Kate Whitehead.
out of bounds situation here.
Also in for the Hawks, number 4, Millie Dermer.
Millie Dermer also in, the sophomore. Great shooters. Played some junior varsity basketball for them. Dermer with it now.
Try to swing it up top. Olathe South step through some of that, the big screen up top.
Cole with the fade.
Got
Cole, big shot.
Cole averages almost 11 points a game and 6 rebounds. She's somebody they have to rely on right now.
It's Halliday. Tetley. What a crossover.
Oh, good look.
O saves it. Kick out. Tetley 3. No. Bryan off. And Cole the rebound for Olathe East.
Good box out by Cole and the Olathe East post players.
Now Olathe East down by 14. Dermer. Cole. This is Reese. Short on the 3.
Olathe East, Olathe South's always looking to push.
Toe in the corner. Bryan.
They do an excellent job of spacing the floor a little bit. 45 seconds left. Coach is calling for something.
Low with it on the wing, letting some clock wind down here in the second quarter. Ho will take it all the way and lay it in.
I think East thought they were going to take one shot, kind of relaxed a little bit. She put it on the floor and scores. 20 seconds left. Coach is giving some instruction here. Coach Falls, what she wants her team to do. They're going to set a double pick up top. Let Rogers play a little bit.
Rogers bounces in. With 1 second, and the clock expires. 30-16 at halftime. Olathe South with a nice run in that first half to take a 30-16 lead into halftime. Some big shots from Tetley and Long. And Olathe East coach will have to regroup.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to have to do probably a better job of spacing it out and give Rogers a little bit more room. It looked like the last 2 possessions they kept their post player out of the paint and kind of forced some of the size, Anderson, outside the paint and let Rogers work a little bit.
As we get ready to send it over to the third member of our team, Dion Clisso. Dion with a halftime interview.
I'm here with Coach Hoffman. I know you got to feel good about your offense. You really share the ball. A lot of people scored, but defensively, they have a hard time just getting to the basket. You got to feel good about that.
Yeah, we need to do a better job, though. We're gating a little bit. We just need to, that's how we're picking up some fouls. But we'll get better. But yes, we feel great about it. I just don't like us getting fouls. That's all.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That is Coach Hoffman as Olathe South with the 30-16 lead.
Well, anytime your team, you go in there at halftime and say they only scored 16 points, you got to feel good about it. And she's talking about some of the things they really need to work on, but she's also got to be talking about, these are some of the things offensively we've done well. Now, on the Olathe East side, they really need to figure out some ways to get some easy points because Olathe South's going to make you earn every 2 points.
Well, what a first half. Olathe South coming out firing, and Olathe East will look to try and make a second half comeback here on the Hy-Vee and Pepsi Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Welcome back at halftime. It is Olathe South 30 and Olathe East 16. What a first half by Olathe South. And let's take a look at our Hy-Vee and Pepsi first half highlights, beginning with Olathe South and Eve Long. What a first half.
Well, she can do it all. She's jumping over people. She can finish around the rim. She was active early, kind of set the pace for a little bit, but they do an excellent job of getting the ball down the floor. They run their post to the basket. They have the ability to swing it to the weak side. And she just changes it offensively and defensively.
On the other side for East, Kate Whitehead. She's playing with a big heart. She's trying to get it going. She's had a few buckets in this first half.
Well, they scored both 2 or 3 goals right underneath the defense, but it's tough for East. They got to beat them down the floor a little bit like they did right there. They go to the basket a little bit. They've done it on the free throw line. That's an awful tough place right down in there because of their size, but they got to execute their free throws and just take it 2 points at a time.
And these are our Hy-Vee and Pepsi first half stats. And Coach, first thing that really stands out, how about that field goal percentage?
It's tough to win shooting 27%. They shot some threes early, didn't have a lot of confidence after that. 2 for 6 from the free throw line. The rebounds are really big because some of those are offensive rebounds at 17 to 11. And then they need some more points in the paint, East. I really think that Rogers is going to get into the paint with Cole and try to get something done this half, and they need to do it early. Both teams have handled the ball pretty well, only 4 turnovers apiece. It's been a clean game, but one team scoring easily and one team is finding a tough time to hit the rim.
Well, as we're about 2 minutes and 23 seconds until the start of the third quarter, and you see Eve Long, what a first half for her. And Olathe South, they had some freshmen coming in last season, had a close-knit group, finished around 500, but really kind of set the stage for going on a run this year. And Eve Long and Halliday have been some impressive freshmen, helping them get to this 13-2 record.
Well, they were last ranked at 6th. I saw them anywhere from 6 to 8 in the 6A rankings, which 6A is very competitive, but truly they're as good as anybody we've seen so far this year. They're very unselfish. They got size, they rebound, and defense is going to carry a long way.
On the other side for Olathe East, they've been on a nice run this year. We're talking about with first-year head coach Joanna Falls, talking about attitude, communication, and effort, and taking, her social work and applying that to the basketball court, and it's really worked out well for Olathe East. Just got to turn a few things around here in this second half.
Well, absolutely. I mean, they're 9-6, and she knows that she's got, I think, 4 or 5 really tough games here in a row. This is the first of many. She has 5 seniors. She loves coaching them. They've never had a winning season, the senior class. She's done wonderful, wonderful things for the program. She loves the kids. They're smart. They're great students. It's just one of those games. She's going to have to go to work here, and they're going to have to go to work early.
Well, and Dion Clisso had a chance to talk to Joanna Falls over at Olathe East. Dion, what do you have for us?
Well, she said the difference is they're not hitting their shots, and that's where a lot of that on offense, they're just not putting those down. She felt defensively they did pretty well. They got to be a little tougher, but they got her in foul trouble, which is something they felt pretty good about, and she likes how aggressive they're being on that side.
You're right, Dion. You only win by scoring, and you can get good shots, but you got to make them. But a lot of that defensive pressure comes from the length in there from Olathe South. So it's a simple game. You score, you win.
It's Olathe South coming out of the huddle. Eve Long, strong first half, does have some fouls, so she'll have to be careful in the third quarter.
I imagine Coach said we're going to take it right at her the first couple of possessions and try to get that third foul and get her back on that bench. So it'll be interesting how we're going to try to work it around attacking the goal with her length.
Price to inbound for Olathe South, who will start with the basketball up 30-16. Halliday, the talented freshman point guard with it. Price.
You can see that the weak side help is in there, making it very tough for Long to touch the ball.
Olathe East has Whitehead on Long now. Shot rolls out. And here comes Olathe East with Rogers.
Again, Tetley's back on her. She's done a great job so far. Swinging the ball in the perimeter.
Cole.
Good cut by Rogers. Great job defensively by Olathe South.
Mills. Cole.
Very patient at this possession, trying to find some weakness for Olathe South.
Mills. Reese.
They're switching everything on the perimeter. They're looking for a mismatch.
Whitehead finds a way inside, blocked by Long. South pushing, Long all the way, offensive foul.
Great job defensively. That's three for Eve Long. Let's take a look at it here. She puts it, you know, you got a 6'2" freshman taking the ball from inline to inline after a block. Defense is back there waiting. Whoa. She might have been moving a little bit, but it doesn't matter. She's got her third. East could make it very interesting now. They really need to make a move offensively right now.
Early stages of the third quarter. Again, after these teams were trading points in the first couple of minutes, it was Olathe South on a big run, and Olathe East got Long in foul trouble in that second quarter. South able to weather the storm, and now here's East with another opportunity.
Ho is super aggressive defensively down there. They take Long out, and they can put a defender like that. Great help side defense with Tetley.
So Olathe South with Ho. Tetley.
Pick and roll action up top. Good job by East stopping that action.
Price. Halliday.
They're not going to be in a hurry with the big lead. Inside out action with Anderson.
And Ho tried to find Anderson underneath, and it's out of bounds to Olathe East.
Pretty good idea, just didn't get it done.
Number 12, Madison Sloan, and number 15, Katie Lefevre.
East bringing in some subs in here and see if we can get a chance to get some points.
So Rogers again will bring it up for Olathe East, looking to try and win game number 10 on the season.
Really good cut by Rogers, kick out.
Cole can't get it to fall. Good tip.
Pass ahead, they got numbers.
Ho.
Really good defensive transition by East. I'm sure Coach talked about that. Holiday resets the offense. She's really a smart little quarterback for a freshman.
Holiday. Tetley. Price.
Good ball fake.
Halliday three. No. And Cole has it for Olathe East.
Really good job defensively that time with East. Really good team defense.
It's Miss Pagel now running point for Olathe East.
Really good look. Penetrating down the lane. Good step through.
Miss Pagel can't get it to fall. Fight for the rebound, won by Olathe South.
Really good look ahead. Excellent, excellent.
Tetley finishes.
Remember, the ball moves faster in the air than dribbling. They showed you why right there. Head up, pass, the ball didn't hit the floor. One dribble with Ho and score. That's a true fast break.
It's Cole.
They're switching on her.
Lefevre. And a foul called, and Lefevre back to the free throw line.
Try to get her to step into a charge there a little bit. Red said if she wasn't set, she's going to be on the line and try to shoot two again.
Coach talked about Katie Lefevre, what a big jump she made from last year to this year. She hits the first one.
She's got a great stroke there. Elbow past the eye. She's got really good form. They're going to put Long back in here.
For the Falcons, number 34, Eve Long. In for the Hawks, 22, Grayson Mills.
So Lefevre second, bounces in.
Also in for the Hawks, number 24.
That's that side. Oh, great job. The sideline break.
Anderson with the finish.
Excellent, excellent job. Ball doesn't hit the floor. 2 passes down. The post runs to the goal. That's really good basketball.
Cole drives and up and under.
Good move by Cole.
South quickly ahead. Tetley, Ho.
Swinging the ball from side to side a little bit. Coach is changing up the look, putting Long down at the post.
Tetley.
Inside out, got it.
Another 3 for Tetley.
Great call from Coach Hoffman. She ran Long to the post and played a little inside-out action for a 3.
Basketball will stay with Olathe East.
Into the game for the Falcons.
They run Long from the perimeter.
In for the Hawks, number 4.
Give it to her, throw it outside, share the ball. She found the line. She's got a big smile on her face, nothing but net.
So Lefevre receives the inbound. Rogers.
You got to give Tetley credit. She's really been on her. If not Tetley, Ho.
Rogers.
Good kick out.
Mills, no. Long with the rebound.
Whoa.
And Dermer comes away with it. Lefevre
blocked.
blocked by Ho. And a foul against Olathe East.
A lot of action. A lot of action underneath the goal there. Throw it down to Lefevre. Blocked by Ho. Long grabs it. Might have got fouled right there, and we'll go the other way.
So now Olathe East will put some pressure, some full court pressure on Olathe South.
With Long's arm distance, her length just makes it really tough. She can block shots from a long way away.
Tetley.
They got her down at the post here now, and that two players got to help out.
Ho. Lost it. Here comes Reese.
Dribbled into 2 or 3 defenders.
Rogers.
Good crossover.
Over 2 defenders.
Elevated over with a nice jump shot. They need to really get her going.
37-22 late in the third quarter. And a foul against Dermer, trying to knock the ball away and force a turnover.
Coach Hoffman really wanted them interchanging a little bit. Long went into the post, and then their other post comes out, and they were going to try to get it right back down into her with a little high-low action.
So Olathe South to inbound. Brian.
Excellent job, weak side defense with the East. They know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get it inside.
So Anderson. Halliday. Long.
Great pass inside.
Anderson.
There's that high-low action coach is looking for. Anderson, Long. They were patient enough to get it, Joe. That's the key.
Whitehead. Reese. Rogers, excuse me. Doesn't go. Halliday has it for Olathe South.
They got to get back. 2 girls off the rebounder again.
Turnaround for Long.
Eve Love.
They're finding their post players close to the goal. Oh,
Rogers,
20 seconds.
Whitehead. Mills for three.
Got
That
it.
one goes.
Over long. That's her first three-pointer.
Mills for 3.
3 seconds. Long with one. Puts it up. And no. 41-25 at the end of the third quarter. South with the lead, but Mills hitting a big shot for East near the end of the quarter.
That was her first three-pointer, and they needed that.
See the Olathe East huddle. Coach, what does Olathe East need to do in this fourth quarter to try and get back in this game and make this close down the stretch?
Well, first of all, they got to stop them. And it's awful tough with their size down there. She's probably talking about everybody needs to get into the paint, which leaves three-point shots open. It's tough to put pressure on the ball when you have 4 or 5 people in the paint with that size. So, I mean, again, sometimes it's just good offensive basketball, and you can't stop everything.
And Olathe South still playing well. 41-25 lead. What do you like about them?
Well, I think Coach keeps talking about get into your offense. Really get down low. She was screaming, get down low, play defense. She knows that it's 2 points at a time. East is getting one shot, and they're beating them down the floor. She's talking about they got to continue to run the floor.
The Hy-Vee and Pepsi Game of the Week is brought to you by Hy-Vee and Pepsi, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. Great crowd on hand here at Olathe East. The pep band entertaining the crowd. This gym has really filled up. This is exactly what we were expecting. What a great atmosphere at Olathe East for this rivalry game.
Both student bodies are very large student bodies. They're both into it. We're going to see if East can make a run here real quick.
Olathe East starts with the basketball in the fourth quarter. Lefevre.
Lefevre's played well today. She's physical down at the post.
Taken away by Tetley. Tetley, no. Rogers has it. Olathe East will run. Rogers and one.
And one. Great jump stop. Missed layup. They got numbers. Rogers with her head up. Great jump stop here. Defense leaves her feet. She scores it.
Rogers.
She needs some more of those.
Yeah, an impactful player on both ends of the floor. Fills up the stat sheet. Gets the bounce.
She's really came on. God, look at that.
Anderson, no.
They have executed off missed free throws all day long.
Now Olathe East can make it 11, possibly 10. Cole.
They're going to take it along with those 3 fouls. Oh, really good cut.
Reese inside, no. Cole can't get it to fall.
Now they got to get back.
Tetley, the step through. Here comes Olathe East and Rogers again.
Rogers had a good look last time. She's trying to make her money right down there in the paint. Here she goes again. Kick out.
Reese
Oh, that
rolls
would've been
out.
big. That would have been a big one.
Price.
They all get the ball from the perimeter and look right at the post. Coach wants play 4. They're going to get a little bit reorganized.
Anderson.
Pick across. She's got the ability to shoot it there.
Long doesn't get it to fall, and box out Reese has it.
East has done an excellent job the second half. Defensive rebounding. Olathe South's only had 1 shot.
Lefevre all the way, no.
She kept it alive.
Cole
Kick out.
Reese just missed again. And Miss Pagel with the save, but here comes Olathe South. Anderson. And a timeout called before the pass.
Both girls are going, Coach, what are you doing?
Timeout on the floor.
That happens.
As Coach Hoffman will talk some things over, and Olathe South still with the lead right now. If you're Coach Hoffman, what are you saying right now to your team?
Well, I think the last 3 possessions, they've really done a good job. Olathe East is getting deep into the paint and kicked it out. They've given up 3 really good looks. One of them knocked home, but they got to continue to work hard on defense and make them earn it. And on the other end, Olathe East, they have to be talking about we're getting some things done offensively. The shot's going to fall. We just got to keep shooting. I think they're 1 for 9 for 3, but that's how they've been playing all year. They got to shoot it. That's really the only way they're going to get back in here. They've had a chance to cut it inside 10.
Well, we've got more coming up for you here on Spectrum News. Olathe South and Olathe East boys will be following this contest. And, Coach, that's going to be another really good one here on Spectrum News.
Well, you got one of the best players in the area, Micah Devers. A 49-point game earlier this year against Blue Valley West. Olathe South is a solid basketball team. But it's going to be exciting. This place is going to be rocking here in a few minutes.
Coach Hoffman talking with Eve Long. Impressive performance from the freshman. Again, 8 Division I offers for her already.
All the talent in the world. She's having 17 and 10. She knows how to play the game. She's smart.
And right on cue with a 2-pointer.
She keeps them behind you. It's good basketball when you can just get it to the tallest player and let her take one step and score. But you got to work hard to get it down there and be patient to get it down there.
Whitehead doesn't get it to go. Mills can't get it. Cole, and count it.
Great effort from East keeping it alive. All 3 rebounders were from Olathe East.
Fouls up for 12, Brooke Bryan. First personal, second team foul.
Well, Coach says she's exceptional at drawing contact and finds herself back at the free throw line. This is a big free throw for Cole. Doesn't go.
She's her second leading scorer. She averages 6 rebounds, 10 points a game. She's a very important part of their success at 9 and 6 because of it.
Halliday. Price. Long. Double team. And Long with 2.
Well, they know where they're going right now. They're going to go to Long right in front of the goal. East is going to have to front her or give her some help. It's tough to cover.
It's Cole. Reese.
I think Rogers wanted it from NBA range. Now she.
Rogers doesn't get it to go.
Rogers really has a game for the next level. She could cross you over, shoot it around the paint, shoot both hands. Truman State got a good one.
Long inside, doesn't fall. Here comes Rogers. 2-on-2. And a blocking foul on Anderson. Two of them have a laugh about that one.
Yeah, they're both good friends. She's taking it down, full length down, good left hand. She got bumped, then she fell over. Late call by the official, and they both laughed and said, hey, we're sorry.
So East with it. Whitehead.
Trying to look under the goal.
Step through,
Good
Whitehead. South quickly ahead. Tetley. Strong. Cole with the rebound.
They got to push it down the floor.
Rogers.
Coach Hoffman's yelling, we got to get a stop. And Coach,
Cole has just missed on about 3 occasions here in this fourth quarter.
You know, as a coach, when you're missing in the cylinder, you got to be happy about it. All of those looked really good. Really good help.
0 for 3. Got it.
But when you have to have help, that's what you can't cover. Really good defense. They kick it out. They can all share the ball.
Taken away by Tetley. More outstanding defense from South. Long.
Look how they swing the ball.
Tetley. Foul called.
I'm really impressed with Tetley. She's smart. She's one of their defensive specialists.
Fouls on number 20.
She's going to
Kate
shoot
Whitehead.
2.
Second personal, first team foul.
I think Coach really wanted her to kick it out there. She had somebody in the corner for a 3.
Well, Tetley, you talk about work ethic, and, she's going to school to be an engineer, but she puts a lot of work into basketball for her teammates. Stays after, works at the gym, and he got a great shot as a result.
Yeah, and Coach talked about they're all great students. They're all good kids. They all play for each other. She talked about the togetherness. They're all bought into the program. So Coach in her second year has done a great job.
Yeah, together the best, and told us that is way more than a mantra for this Olathe South team.
And that's tough to do when you throw 2 freshmen in there. If you're talking about really mature juniors and seniors is one thing. You got freshmen, so you got to have good seniors to kind of work them into the culture and the program.
Rogers, three-pointer Sloan, doesn't go, out of bounds to Olathe South.
Meredith Reitz had good possession, but it happened to just go off her hands there.
Tetley ahead.
Tetley's very versatile. She could play point guard if she had to. Now they're posting up Anderson in there.
Anderson doesn't get it to fall, and it stays with Olathe South.
Anderson's laughing. She's wanting to know where the call was. The East girl patted her on the back and said, "I'm sorry, I fouled you. This wasn't a call." But they're doing an excellent job playing high-low.
There's a whistle, now we're ready to go. Long, off the glass.
She could be a scorer. When this is over with and done, she's going to be one of the better players in the Kansas City area.
It's Cole, guarded by Long. Sloan. Rogers kind of tipped that out to Cole.
Yep. Rogers deep.
Cole with the rebound. Blocked.
Oh,
And then a foul against Olathe East.
Coach Falls isn't real happy, or the crowd.
Fouls on number 15.
Olathe East fans showing their displeasure.
Yep.
In for the Hawks, number 4.
As Dermer back into the game for Olathe East.
They're just getting primed up for the boys' game later on. You can see that. They're getting into this a little bit.
Olathe South with the basketball, and again, teams were trading some buckets in the opening minutes, and then Olathe South went on a run in that first quarter. They have not looked back since.
Well, Coach Hoffman's done a great job, continuing the great tradition from Coach Mike Allen, Steve Ingram. She knows that there's a responsibility there, and she just wants to carry it on. And they're going to be a player in the 6A state tournament.
Traveling violation against Olathe South.
They're certainly going in the right direction. Coach Falls has done a great job. We got to make sure that we talk about how far they've came. She's got great kids. She wouldn't trade them for anybody in the world. They got a tough schedule from here on out. But you're talking about, a group of kids that were 6-14 last year. They're not giving up here. You can tell they're battlers.
Lefevre, Rogers, for two, and Coach talk about battling right there, getting that bucket.
Yeah, I think she's really got it. She's got a game for the next level. She can shoot over you in the paint. Good right, left hand crossover, defend you. She's going to have a good career there at Truman State.
Tetley, long. Tetley,
Oh, great pass.
out of bounds to Olathe East. Final 33 seconds.
I don't really know if Long was making a pass or it was a reverse dribble. That's why Tetley was laughing at her again. She has a smile on her face. She has fun.
Rogers, pull up Jay, got another one.
She's really filled it up in the second half.
Final 20 seconds as Olathe South seconds away now from victory number 14 on the season.
Tied for the Sunflower League. They got a tough road to go from here on out. Their only loss is St. James and Shawnee Mission South, and I'm sure it's going to be a showdown between them and Shawnee Mission South down the road.
As Halliday holds on to it, and that's the game. 51-36 is the final score as Olathe South comes on the road to Olathe East and gets the Sunflower League victory.
Final score tonight. The Olathe South Falcons 51, the Olathe East Hawks 36.
What a game as you see Olathe South. Coach Hoffman, got to be happy about this win if you're Coach Hoffman, knowing the environment. This was going to be a tough win for them, and they came in and got it done.
Well, I always like to talk about the first 4 minutes, you know, to my teams when I coached, and it certainly set the pace the first 4 minutes here. They were the aggressor. They got the ball inside. They got some easy buckets, and maybe Olathe East was a little bit nervous, and it took them a while to get acclimated to the environment a little bit. By that time, they were down 10, 12 points, and then when Eve Long got in foul trouble, they really couldn't get over the hump to cut that lead down, and it kind of carried over to the second half a little bit.
The other side for Olathe East, 9-7 now, but still a lot of games left. There's still a lot to play for here. This season is not over yet, and they've got a good team that's going to do some great things.
Oh, absolutely. And again, Olathe East, Coach talked about, if they get into the right sub-state, they can make something happen, and they wouldn't be scared to play any of those teams she said they were looking at. So wish them both the luck going down the stretch. You got 4 or 5 games left to play. You just got to keep getting better every single game. Olathe South's got a lot of good things going toward sub-state.
Yeah, very exciting game as we will go ahead and take a brief timeout and have some closing thoughts here on the Hy-Vee and Pepsi Game of the Week here on Spectrum News. We'll be back here in just a few moments. 51-36 is the final score.
Association State Softball Championships in Class 6A.
51-36 is your final score here on the Hy-Vee and Pepsi Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Big thanks to Mike Wolgast and Philip Simmons, as well as coaches Nikki Hoffman and Joanna Falls, and our director-producer Tim Cornell. For all of us at Spectrum News, stick around. Game number 2 in our doubleheader is coming up next.
Furthermore,